charter flights, for sure. Welcome to your Magic Moon message. I've been wanting to wear this shirt forever. Look at the sink. I've been wanting to wear this shirt forever. Someone gifted me this shirt, and I didn't want to break it out until I had a special occasion. I'm about to meet up with Zay here at South Point. Some stuff. And yeah, man. Try our luck. Anyway, the moon is in Virgo. The sun is in Gemini. All right. First of all, I do not condone filming a video while driving. All right. I'm rocking with the angels here, so they are protecting my driving while I'm shooting. I do not advise kids to do this. Actually, you're probably not old enough to drive. So if you're driving and you're a kid, that's illegal. But yes, just be very careful. Anyway, the moon is in Virgo. The sun is in Gemini. We're making that 90-degree angle. And relative to the new moon in Gemini we had, the moon has been in Cancer. That was 30 degrees. Then it went to Leo. That was 60 degrees. And now it is about 80-something degrees. It'll eventually tomorrow be 90 degrees. So let me tell you why this is amazing. And this is why I have titled this video, Integrating How to Think. All right. You, every year, activate a new mindset and you integrate that mindset into a new behavior. If we just think that the only thing constant in life is change, represented by these mutable signs, all right, this opens you up to constantly adjust your perception as you are constantly growing, you are constantly evolving. The clothes that you wore before don't fit you like they do now, right? Every year offers continual growth and nurturing that growth, which will require you adjust your perspective because you're always coming into new information and analysis and meaning. I mean, you can go through so much change in just 1 hour that will require a shift of perspective. So relative to this yearly transit, every year Gemini season will reflect this activation of a new mindset. An important distinction, because you're not only going to activate new ideas just one day of the year. Like, this isn't the only time of the year that you're thinking in a new way. But Gemini season represents, in the Northern Hemisphere, the cycle of relative to, why is Gemini season? Not because it's in the constellation of Gemini, but because of the zodiac sign of Gemini right before summer. So if you've noticed, here in Vegas on the Northern Hemisphere, the sun sets later every day. I mapped it too. Like when we just started the last month, it was getting dark at like 7:45, 7:50. Now it's getting darker closer to 8. This is legitimate proof of astrology. When people ask you for proof of astrology, they're like, oh, prove to me that this person is Scorpio. That's not astrology. That's pop psychology, mentalist nuance that, like, if you don't understand the science, you're going to sound like you're just on TikTok making stuff up. What is astrology is that right now we're on the Northern Hemisphere. We have more day than it is night. That's what makes it Gemini season. The fact that it's getting darker later, that's all the proof you need. Once we step into Cancer, we're going to have the most day and the least night. That's what Cancer is as a mathematical degree. So Gemini is 60 to 90 degrees of the sun on its ecliptic path. And we have these seasons because of its intersection with the Earth's equator. So when we are entering Cancer season, the sun is going to be in the constellation of Gemini. But because we actually know astrology, and we're not going to tell you, oh, we're in the sign, because constellations are not zodiac signs. So even though it's in the constellation of Gemini, while we're in Cancer season, it's going to be the most day and the least night. 90 degrees on the ecliptic path. That's what makes it Cancer. So while we're in between this 60, 90 degree ecliptic path of the sun, which is science, consistent every year, you know this is true because we've had spring around the same time every year. Okay, so all these people talking to you about astrology is fake, they cannot talk to you about. If you were asked about this, they're not going to tell you like this. They're going to either twist the meaning, give you a red herring fallacy. So I just wanted to get that straight, because astrological illiteracy is still a thing, unfortunately, and tell people to learn their moon sign before they talk to you about what you don't know or should know better. Facts. That being said, we're activating this new mindset. The new moon, the moon in Cancer, the moon in Leo, activated officially new ideas, a new way of thinking, right? New thoughts. We came up with the stencil with the new moon in Gemini. I'm limitless. Then the moon went into Cancer. We manifested more power, the power of emotion. I'm limitless. You hear me? You can feel that. You feel me? And now the moon was in Leo. We said it with our chest. I'm limitless. Yeah, you feel that? You see what I mean? Now, do you have to be as retarded as I'm being? I'm sorry if that offended. I said the R word, that offended anyone. Do you have to be? No. Now, here's the thing. The moon in Virgo begins the integration aspect. So now we have officially activated what our mindset is. Why is this important? If over the past week, you have allowed yourself to activate a shitty mindset and to play victim and to go around this world acting like nobody cares about me, nobody likes me, I'm not attractive, I always go through problems. You're literally telling the universe, okay, that's what you want. All right. And I don't want to put this, I have put this out there like that before, but I don't want to frame this like it's necessarily some prosperity gospel. We're just speaking as far as you co-creating with God, co-creating with the universe, right? It's a form of prayer, what you repeat, right? We're constantly praying. Praying isn't just something we do in church or when we get on our knees. What are you constantly communicating to yourself, to your subconscious, in the way you talk to yourself? All right. That's what you have imprinted in your mindset. For those of you who, of course, took the discipline to actually work on your thoughts and be like, no, I'm limitless. I don't care if this bad experience just happened. I'm bringing it back around. That's why everything in my life is perfect. Yeah, I just got stood up by, 5 people in 3 days. And that doesn't change from the fact that my life is fucking perfect. Synchronicity. Ooh, I just need a crucial sync. I don't like showing people's license plates, but you need this 23-degree cap move, baby. Now, that doesn't have to mean anything. I'm taking my subjective experience and I'm creating meaning into it. All right. So that being said, yeah. I didn't get stood up, by the way. I'm just using that as an example. I don't want you to think, who stood the people? But with that being said, check out the drip. Check out the drip. Shout out to Carrie. She hooked me up with these sneakers. Yeah. Got the Hermes wings. Okay. That's good. Peace. So make sure you activate. Of course, this is real life. So you probably might be somewhere in the middle where you probably have negative thoughts and then you have some positive thoughts. Contrary to popular belief, ooh, what do you guys think of this? 7-7 lucky? All right, that being said, negative thoughts are not bad. It's how you balance and temper them, right? You just don't want to have just negative thoughts. You don't have anything that's just actively holding you back. So with that being said, guys, now that we've activated this mindset, whether you know it or not, and that's the beautiful thing, you don't have to be conscious of this. This is the flow of what's occurring with this degrees. So right now, examine your mindset, because before we enact this 90 degree, you still have a chance to change this. You still have a chance to analyze how the effect of this is working. And that's what brings us into the point of this transit. Now that we've activated what our mindset is and what we think, now it's time to integrate that into how we think. Okay? So now we've integrated what our mindset is. Now that we've activated what our mindset is, it's time to integrate how we think with that mindset. The moon in Virgo is going to analyze details in your experience that is getting ready to change your behavior. It's going to change your understanding of how what you say impacts your behavior. Virgo season is where we're going to take 3 months worth of now working on this mindset and turn it into a behavioral pattern. But this is going to be an initial sneak peek of how we're going to begin to do that. Okay. The moon is going to integrate this initially in Virgo. Then we're going to direct this change of behavior in the moon in Libra, because now once you're beginning to understand how to integrate this mindset and these words you're speaking, that integration will now project through Libra a full creative presentation of such dynamics. That's going to now transform in Scorpio to fully prepare to transform the behavior around your thoughts. And then we'll eventually step into the full moon in Capricorn, convert all that into what direction we take our emotions. That being said, the Virgo moon analysis will enable you to understand patterns in your thinking and elements of this new activated mindset and how realistically you're able to quite literally work with it. With the opposition of Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, this also opens up metaphysical principles of causality that, because of this moon in Virgo, if you didn't realize that there was some correlation and causation between what you said and think and what really happens, the moon in Virgo will help you realize. And at the same time, it'll also uplift you out of straight delusions and thinking patterns that are not aligned with reality at all whatsoever. Okay? So just be very mindful of that. This does have the potential to be a very harsh reality check. For example, I've been spending this past week experimenting about, certain patterns given a random constant. So the experimental variable is just, random, like playing at the casino. And of course, we're dealing with something that's random. It can't be predicted or whatnot. So now that we've experimented, now we're going to gain analysis off of what we've initialized. But the moon in Virgo is going to start to integrate a more real, tangible understanding that will provide detailed analysis. And this detailed analysis is going to and beginning to integrate this mindset, bring more into reality this change of behavior and mindset. And this is where things will begin to get fun as the moon goes into Libra. And in resituating this comfort zone around what you're comfortable communicating, it will create more fun when the moon goes into Libra. And now, remember, this is social integration. Virgo is social, Libra is social. So how do we take our individual awareness of our thoughts in Gemini and understand which is why I like to shoot this out socially when the moon is in social signs, so you can get an idea. I'm taking my individual word and I'm understanding how to express it in a social environment. Obviously, I can't shout and scream like I normally do. I mean, I can, but people are just gonna look at me weird as fuck. And I'm okay with that. I've reached a level of cringe immunity where I am the cringe. But I also want to, be mindful of other people's boundaries. You feel me? I don't have to, but I do, right? So this is how we integrate, and this is going to begin to bring real change through this transit. So pay attention to the signs, pay attention to what your subconscious is revealing to you, and be willing to adapt. All right? Don't get too caught up on things you experience that you don't want to. Just adapt so that you can continue to move in the direction that you want to, and be okay with what happens, the ups and downs. Maintain your mindset. Okay, so the mindset you've activated, you must continue to. The seeds you planted with the Gemini new moon are breaking through the ground during this period. And this will give you an idea of how to maintain this mindset or change it so you can integrate it fully. And then we can start working on our psychic powers, the power of the mind. All right. Your behavior and your understanding of your behavior around your awareness of your thoughts and thinking patterns is getting prepared to switch. This is the last game changer of the season. And be prepared to, experience things that might go beyond what you thought was possible, but get ready to integrate them so that you could do more and achieve the impossible. Y'all stay blessed as always.